The Women's Association for Victims Empowerment, the National Human Rights Commission, and the Gambia Police Force Professional Standards Unit have called for zero tolerance for torture and urge respect for fundamental human rights in line with international standards. This call was made during a day-long nationwide workshop held with law enforcement agencies. The workshop held at Coconut Residence on November 25th focused on security sector reforms, including the implementation of the Anti-Torture Act, the Public Order Act, and the use of force in line with human rights principles. WAVE co-founder Priscilla Yagu Cisse urged law enforcement agencies to uphold the rule of law in execution of their duties.
Let us remember that professionalism, compassion, and integrity are essential in our engagements with communities. The law enforcement, you're here to serve, and you're also here to have your rights respected and promoted and protected as well. So it is a two-way thing. It's about rights and it's also about responsibilities. And so law enforcement and civil society have a common responsibility to uphold law, not only in word, but in practice, ensuring that every individual's rights are safeguarded and that abuses such as torture and excessive force are never tolerated. Continue to uphold human rights principles and standards and make sure that the Gambia never again and all that we hope to aspire would be aspirations.
Meanwhile, the chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission, Emmanuel Diouf, cautioned law enforcement officers against torture as part of efforts to prevent a recurrence of past human rights violations.
So strengthening accountability, building human rights-based policing, and resorting to public trust in law enforcement institutions must remain central to this reform agenda. Law enforcement leadership must set the tone. We must set the tone. We must have our model standards and ensure that zero tolerance for torture and unlawful use of force is not just a policy, but a practice.
The representative of the Inspector General of Police and the Gambia Police Force Professional Standard Unit, Commissioner Ansumana Kinte, encouraged officers to carry out their duties in accordance with the rule of law. He warned against inhuman treatment of citizens during law enforcement operations.
The least we expect from you people is to enforce what is right. The people we are meant to serve and protect should not be subjected to any form of humiliation, intimidation, or to instill fear, be it physical or psychological. It is no-go area.
While officially opening the event, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Interior, Matar Cisse, reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to strengthening the transitional justice system and enhancing national security in line with the rule of law.
As the ministry, we have been working to actually review and reform the acts and the statutes that help in the operations of various law enforcement agencies, which involves the current review of the Gambia Police Force Act, the Gambia Prisons Act, the Gambia Immigration Act. And we are doing this with the intention of actually being able to bring it in line with international standards and best practices, and to make sure that it actually serves the Gambia that we have today.
The workshop brought together members of the Gambia Police Force, Gambia Immigration Department, Gambia Prison Service, the State Intelligence Services, among others. It aimed to enhance technical capacity of law enforcement agencies in maintaining national security with complying with international human rights obligations. Sessions covered legal reforms, accountability and reporting mechanisms, the right to peaceful assembly, Public Order Act. Reporting for Voice Out Digital, I am Ismail Abba.